Okay, guys, so here we have Robert, and I just came with is Rio or Toro or what is the boss of the home is going to decide the name later.
Could be Hio, maybe.
Could be here maybe. So, Robert, I just want you to tell people the experience you have with us and the whole story from the beginning, from the research and everything.
Okay, so 2 years ago, we purchased our first American Pit Bull Terrier from Chico Lopez and Thais Lopez.
Okay.
And it was after doing quite a bit of research and talking with Chico. My wife is Brazilian, and so we had the Brazilian connection. And after we tragically lost our first boy, I knew right away that I was going to work with Thais and Chico again. And so I sold one of my cars and I purchased another American Pit Bull Terrier from Chico and Thais.
So tell me something. What was your first impression when you see me walking with Rio this morning?
Hio is beautiful. We couldn't be happier, but we knew that, we knew going into it that there's no other breeder of American Pit Bull Terriers on this planet that you're going to get a higher quality than you are with Chico and Thais Lopez. The genetic bloodline going back decades, it's the standard. It's there's just nothing better. And so if you know the quality and you know what your investment means, then there's no better American Pit Bull Terrier or dog for that matter, in my opinion, than one you get from Chico and Thais Lopez.
Okay, so let me ask you something first that I think is very interesting. It is the first time. I'm not going to show in the camera because I'm very, very tired and my face is like completely destroyed. But for me, it was very interesting to know your background. So your interests and the way you think, your culture, the way you see life. So you are telling me that you have Ukrainian blood, right?
Yes.
So you fell in love with the combat sports. You were a wrestler, and you find out that you love those dogs because you have this background, right? So tell me about your background and tell me about your research. The first time you researched for Cheffy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm half Ukrainian, and I've always been into contact sports and wrestling and combat sports, and I think that I didn't even know at the time, before I got our first American Pit Bull Terrier from you and Chico, that this was going to be the perfect breed for me and my wife, Kayla. I mean, my wife is a personal trainer with almost 20 years experience in the gym. And there's just something about having a dog that represents that physicality and that strength, but also a combination of the strength with the calmness of your American Pit Bull Terriers. And so for us, it's the perfect combination. It's the perfect breed for us. And so, yeah, I mean, when we lost our first one, there was no question that I was going to come back and work with you guys again, for sure, 100%.
So, okay, very, very nice. For me, it was very nice, that story. So also, I would like you to tell, because, sometimes your story, other people have some questions and they are afraid. Maybe my wife don't like the dogs and stuff like that. So tell me the first experience with Chef, because for me, this is very, very nice, because I have so many stories like the same, and I want you to tell.
Well, Sheffy was interesting, Thais, because Sheffy was a beautiful dog, extremely handsome, muscular, just a gorgeous animal. And the way he looked versus his actual personality was just complete opposites. He looked very aggressive, and he was so calm and so polite and so loving. and so gentle. And again, I mean, that's just part of what I love about your dogs is that they provide that protection if it's needed. But then at the end of the day, their affection and the way they are at home is just,
They're so loving.
they're
Right?
so loving. They couldn't be more well-mannered and more well-natured at
Okay,
home.
so tell me, Kayla
Yes.
was like, I don't want a dog.
Yes.
You know, I don't like this dog or something. And then Cheffy arrived. What happened?
Yeah, well, Caleb, my wife, my wife, I mean, I don't know how many of you out there are know Brazilians. My wife is Brazilian. We've been married for 5 years, and I made the decision to get our first dog by myself. Kayla was not on board with that decision.
Okay.
And so, yeah, for the first 7 or 8 months, my wife wasn't happy with that decision. And then Sheffy completely became her dog 100%.
It's like, Robert is not your dog anymore. It's
No.
my dog.
I don't know if Sheffy was ever really my dog. I don't really think he was. But definitely he was her dog 100%. And won her heart over 100 times over. And so,
So do you think that he was such a great dog that he changed her perspective about dogs in general and pit bulls in general?
Absolutely. I mean, we when we lost Sheffy, we made the decision pretty quickly that we were going to work with you again, and sold the car and wired you the money and jumped right back into it, because Sheffy's energy and the way he changed the energy of the house, there's just nothing like it. I mean, these dogs they're the best.
I know I am biased
best.
when I tell about my dogs, but I love to see how people are affected with them. You know how they are and how they can be this so loving and also this at the same time have this connection and be such a great animals. So smart, they adapt with the family, and then at the same time you can go with them outside and work harder, and it's a complete beast.
I think all of that is due to the genetic bloodline. I think that when you understand the genetics and what you're investing into, there's a reason why you work with Chico and Thais Lopez. If you value the genetic bloodline, and if you understand that you're getting an animal that has the old family red-nosed bloodline from decades back all the way to now, and you can have those conversations and you can understand exactly what you're getting and what you're investing into, then that's the quality that you want. And that's, again, I mean, without question, it's why I wanted to work with both of you again.
Can you just grab Rio and
You want me
show?
to- yeah.
And guys, I'm going to have a lot of videos to share with you because we will be
Okay.
all
Okay.
afternoon playing with this little boy. He's sleeping and then he's ready to play again. Look at this boy. Look at this boy. He's like, I don't know what jet lag is. Right?
Yes.
Kayla, what do you think about him? You love him already?
He's my baby.
He's his baby. I'm very happy. So thank you very much, Robert, for your testimonial. I always like to do this kind of video because I think when people see you, they see like the how can I say this? They're transparent, They can see your emotions. You can see you're being very honest about the dogs and we have so many people that don't know what the real American Pit Bull is, and we are advocates about these dogs and my dogs. And I thank you very much for you to be, honest and say what you feel about it,
The pleasure is all mine. I want to say thank you to you and Chico for working with me again. Again, I mean, I view your dogs as an investment. It's not just a dog, it's an investment.
Yeah, and I tell people sometimes, for example, if a dog in your life is a priority because it is you're going to be your best friend for 15 years or so, why not getting the best?
The best.
The
best.
At the end of the day, if you have a healthy animal, a loving animal, a dog that's going to be with you for so long. Sometimes that investment is cheap.
Yep.
Because they bring so much happiness, you know. Kayla!
I don't think my wife doesn't want to be on camera.
I know. But we forgave her.
I want to say thank you, Chico. Thank you, Thais. You two are the best breeders on the planet. If you're looking for an American Pit Bull Terrier, work with Chico and Thais Lopez. You're not.
We deliver like 5 stars.
We had Sheffy for a year and a half, and as soon as we lost him, we came back to you guys because we knew you're not going to find a better American Pit Bull Terrier on the planet. You're just not. So
I thank you very much, my friend.
Thank you.
Guys, bye bye. See you guys later.
Thank you.